Uzazangbola to everyone. Today, let me take you through the very first question which came in 2025 mathematics paper for class 10 students. And the question was, which of the following matrices is an identity matrix? We have to identify one matrix which is an identity matrix. Please remember, we have different types of matrices, but this question is asking us to identify an identity matrix. Identity matrix. Now, if you look at the options, we have four options here: A, B, C, and D. Not to confuse yourself, you have to remember two conditions so that you can easily identify an identity matrix. First condition is all the elements along the principal diagonal. All the elements along the principal diagonal must be 1. And rest of the elements which are not along the principal diagonals must be 0. Now, if you look at our first option here, principal diagonal is a diagonal. We have two diagonals here, one going from top left to the bottom right and another from top right to the bottom left. So if I look at this principal diagonal, we have elements 1 and 0. This matrix actually does not satisfy the very first condition. That is why this is not an identity matrix. Now, if I go to the second matrix, which is my option B, you look at the elements along the principal diagonal. The elements along the principal diagonals are all 1. It does satisfy the first condition. Now, I need to go and look for the second condition. When I go to the second condition, the rest of the elements which are not along the principal diagonal must be 0, and both the elements are 0. Therefore, this is an identity matrix. This is an identity matrix. Now, if I go to the third one, you can see that all the elements along the principal diagonals are 0, which contradicts with the conditions we have here. That is why this is also not an identity matrix. Now, if I go to the fourth one, the very first condition is satisfied. All the elements along the principal diagonals are 1. However, if you look at all the elements which are not along the principal diagonal, they are not 0. Therefore, these matrix does not satisfy the second condition. This is also not an identity matrix. Correct option is option B. With this, we are done with the very first question which came in 2025. On Monday, result is going to be out. Let's pray for best and see you next time when I come with another question. Thank you.